Covering a little bit of the cinema history, you probably have heard of the urban legend that occurred when early audiences went to watch one of the very first movies ever shown in theater. The story goes that when the film was first shown, the audience was so overwhelmed by the moving image of a life-size train coming directly at them that people screamed and ran to the back of the room. But well, yeah, that occurred back in 1896. I bet that if anybody from back then went and watched a movie from this times, they would be all like, "Oh my god, there is no way that they could shoot a car transforming into a big, enormous, giant robot. How do they do that?" Well, actually, they probably would just be screaming and running for their life, but that's okay. Anyway, it's not a secret that right now we live in the age of technology. We use it every day, all the time. We kinda depend on it. And the industry of movie making nowadays is no different. And all of this leads us back to the big question. How do they do that? Well, let me explain. It's all compositing. And compositing is the combination of visual elements from separate sources into single images, often to create the illusion that all of those elements are part of the same scene. Those elements could be photography, shots, rendered CG images, and even map paintings. In other words, compositing is the act of putting component A on top of component B, and that equals an entire new component. As easy as that. Let's do some compositing then. Let's take these three pictures for instance. I feel like creating an entire new composition by laying out elements from these three photos. Cut, 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 A over B, and voila! We've just created a new composition. We can call ourselves professional compositors now on, right? Well, maybe not, but you get the idea. Now that I'm happy with this, I will go ahead and do some color correction. And honestly, it is extremely important for compositors to have a very good understanding of color and the entire math that is behind it. Math. I know, right? But let me tell you something. If you're a math freak, just like I am, you might find it rather fascinating. Understanding the values of colors and why they act the way they do can lead you to master any compositing program. You'll understand alpha channels, maths, transparency, evaporation of multiplying, gain, gamma, and so much more. Now, let's say that you're in the first day of your compositing class, and the teacher starts talking about these projects that you have to turn in at the end of the month. He is saying that you can get creative and use compositing as you wish. So much liberty in a project can be kind of challenging and intimidating, doesn't it? Right after that, the teacher starts showing like these super cool projects of past months with Star Wars words and big explosions, and you might end up feeling like this dude's back in 1896. Man, how did they do that? And how did they find the time? That must be so hard. I'm sorry, I tend to have those kind of panic attacks sometimes. Let's move into what happened after the trauma was over, shall we? I found myself thinking what to do and sitting there thinking, learning and thinking and learning again till boom! I had one of those artistic epiphanies where you understand how limitless the world of compositing can be, and you can get to feel like Neo when he found out the truth about the Matrix, and it's like discovering a whole new world with all kind of powerful tools and paths, and it's limited only by your imagination.